surrounded, and here's two tourists who have just come in. Oh, I recognize that one. It's Ahab the Arab. Sure enough. It's concubine.
Foot of my boat. Here, have one. Have one.
They're alive, too.
Put it down and smash it, man.
Are they living?
Smash it.
Live muscles, Dad.
Yeah, damn.
Here, have a couple.
How interesting.
Dad, you sound like
This
such a
is
commentator.
Jacques Cousteau in the
Give
jar.
Chris some. He needs some muscles.
I got a big one on my shoulder.
Can you believe that?
That's your head, buddy.
Richard,
same
what
difference,
what
right?
is it you said that you
That's
thought
it,
that he
though.
found?
Yeah, these guys, they burnt the wood rather than really getting in there
Yeah,
and
they
getting the
burnt
worms
it.
out. Just burn it and then,
So you pull that off the bottom.
Cover it up with Bondo
yeah.
and sell the boat.
To the first guy that comes along named Richard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just waiting for Richard.
Oh, Mom, you know what?
Well, what did you say the guy who owned this boat died 6 years ago? Okay, 85.
The boat was last launched in 86.
Uh-huh.
So,
You mean it was last taken out and then relaunched in 86?
Yeah. And
But who do you think did this shoddy work?
either the kids or the yard.
Yeah?
It wasn't the man who built the boat. The man who built the boat laid every board on here.
Yeah, a little
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he didn't put nails up in there and then stuff Bondo up in there to cover it up. He
And
didn't
if
do
he
that.
did, he was really sick.
Yeah, he was. If he did, he was really sick.
Poor guy. Yeah, but it was his joy though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't believe that that's what he did.
How long was he sick before he died? Do you have any
I
idea?
have no idea, Dad.
Yeah, I just wondered if
It was a
his...
lingering illness.
Well, I wonder if his health deteriorated as long with the boat deterioration.
Well, he wasn't a young guy whenever he was building it, Dad.
Uh-huh. How old was his wife? Do you remember whenever you bought the boat? How old do you think she was?
How old she is now?
No, how old do you think she was when you bought the boat? That's what the same as now, right?
Yeah, about late 30s, I would say.
Well, he couldn't have been too old, unless he was an older man.
It's late 40s, Dad.
Yeah.
Well, that's not old. Gee, that's
No.
No,
not
I'm old whenever you're only...
It's old for
When you're hitting next year, you're gonna be 60. It's not too old.
Are you going to be 60 next year, Mom?
Yep.
Well, that's not.
too old to be owning and working on a boat.
But that's not too old for the boat when you consider the Star of India as what? Of course, it's a metal boat.
No, Dad.
It's a metal
I'm not saying
ship.
it's too old for the boat. I'm saying it's too old to be owning and doing this type of work to it.
Every 2-3 years, yeah.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
too much. And that's where I think the yard came in and did something like this, or someone he hired came in and did this. The
Yeah.
guy who built the boat didn't do this.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, I could be wrong.
No way. You wrong, Richard? I doubt it.
Thanks, Chris. Making me feel good, bro.
When do you think you'll have it completed to your satisfaction? I mean, beyond today, of course.
Never.
It's gonna be next summer, Dad.
Next summer?
Next summer.
Hell, that's not too far off.
Well,
Boat, it'll never be the way you want it.
yeah, I will, bro.
Oh, I don't know. Our van's not.
Yeah, our van is. We're still working on it, Richard.
Yeah, well, I'm doing this to make money, Dad.
How's that?
I'm gonna sell it.
Oh, you gonna sell it?
Yeah.
Okay. But after you repair its ailments?
He's going to sell to somebody who don't know what fleet words are.
After I make it worth a lot more money, Dad.
Oh, that sounds good.
What's gotta happen? That's why I bought it.
Yeah, when they pull this boat up here, how did they get it out of the water? Is it
This
railway?
cradle goes down, sinks down underneath the boat. Then they pull the boat up just like they're pulling it up onto a boat trailer.
You mean the track moves?
Yep, goes down.
No, the track stays still. It moves on the track.
Okay, I got you. But it looks to me like the way it's setting now, that track is pretty stationary.
The track is stationary.
This
Dad.
thing goes
No,
down in the water just like a boat trailer.
Ah,
This thing goes underneath it, then they pull the boit
Yeah,
up.
this whole
At
thing
the same time, this
that
thing
we're
goes
standing in right here, Dad,
Yeah.
it's metal.
Okay.
It's
See all
just
the
a big
wheels?
metal car.
yeah. Huh. And it all goes down, and the boat gets in it, and then it gets pulled out, and it settles on the things. Is that right?
Yep.
Oh God, Earlene, you got it wired.
Oh God, you know it.
Boy,
Come on.
now you're an expert in how to haul your boat out of the water.
You got it.
You
Big.
never know when somebody might ask you.
Oh God, enough said. Well, things have calmed down here. Linda and Cindy have gone out to get some pizzas. Chris and Richard are underneath debating what to do next. They found some more crap under there they have to contend with. I couldn't believe there were mussels actually growing up into the wood, inside the wood. They said that the guys used Bondo and sealed off the end, but it didn't stop the mussels from getting in there. But everything's kind of quiet right now, except for the guy over here on Totally Awesome that's banging away. So we'll stop for a second. We'll arrive back with the goodies. Yeah. Ice, sodas, go into the chest. Okay. Now this does. Open the chest. Put in the sodas. On what the ice that's still left in there from the last time. Cindy says, now what? Oh my God. Cindy's putting the ice in with the Cokes. We have something to eat shortly. Why don't we go over and see what they've got to eat? It could be. It is. Pizza! Little Caesar!
Hold on, I was going to stick my hand up out of it.
Here comes a worm crawling into it. Yep, a live one. This is one of those guys that make sure he's got his.
Hard work.
People next door working on their boat. Our guys. And their pizza and drinking their whatever.
Yeah, that's what we think we should have got a keg. Do you have a pair of sweats?
There's Mike and Chris talking and Mom behind them. And Cindy and Linda and Richard.
Mike, come on, Linda. Don't be working. Come on. Hey, let's get the sweats on.
Hey, River going on a good speed on the wood. Rachel said he has to do the drilling. No, I'm going to do the drilling.
We can get a coat made on tonight. Tonight? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're going to be working tonight. I don't know how they're going to do it. Got the lights here. There goes Cindy to the boat. No ladder. There goes Cindy up the ladder.
Chris, coffee time. Cindy, where are those cups at?
Yeah. These guys worked until about 2:30 this morning.
Where?
He's worn out now. Now you can smell the coffee. It's time for breakfast. About 8:30 this morning.
Chris, those are... Shove them all over the bottom. Ain't enough for a pirate. Oh, that's a little more than half, you dog. A little bit more because it was a little bit less than full. Let's see how she was out. Oh, nice. Is that sugar?
surprised they can keep their eyes open.
Hey, we're gonna do it, Dad.
Need a spoon, son.
You don't look that shot, at least. They've just cleaned up this bad areas in the wood where they had actually had mussels growing in some of these things, live mussels, worms like crazy. So that section there, they got it ready to put the scarf in. And then they got the other ones back there that Chris is working on, that they're going to put the scarf on. All in all, if they get these filled in properly, they shouldn't have any problems with the worms. And of course the mussel, I can't believe that they had mussels growing up in that. But anyway, there's some spots they can't reach because of the fact that it's sitting on the blocks. And the yard won't move it. They'll charge you extra to move it one more. Again, each time they move the blocks and stuff, they charge you extra. So, you gotta live with what you got. They spent all last night sanding down, getting rid of all of the crud along below the water line. They had all this flake paint. They had to get all that off before they painted, because otherwise it wouldn't hold. They cleaned all the water out they had in there from the spraying they did to knock some of the barnacles off. Then they pulled that big tarp in there. Big yellow tarp goes from here all the way down to the far end so they can lay down on the damp ground, like Chris is doing now. Back at work around 9:30. Cindy's sanding down the water line. And Linda just got over here. She's bummed out.
I was hoping it'd be done by now.
You can see the water line is working away. Richard's down below working, trying to get those bad areas scarfed out so he can put the wood in. I'm getting ready to go get probably some submarine sandwiches. We're gonna need some nourishment here. So I'll sign off for now. Berlin and I just came back from the store and bought some donuts and Cokes and stuff. Guys are working up here a little higher trying to get a shot of it. Richard's painting where the water line was painted. They sanded that off. Linda's cutting up some sandpaper. Earlene's kibitzing. And Mike is standing here at the bow wondering what the hell is going on. As you can see by this focus, this zoomer, I'm doing the manual thing with the zoomer. As you can see, he's painted the blue line out, and there he's been sanded on this side. He has to work that. But I'm using the zoomer by hand because it takes less energy, and this battery go down pretty fast. Get about 27 to 30 minutes out of them. The bowsprit, as you see, was painted white like the rest of the boat is, but Richard took it and he sanded it down and varnished it and everything. It looks pretty darn nice. Everybody over at his anchor, he said, "Oh, don't do that, it's too much work," or "Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that." Well, he's done a pretty good job, all things told. Now it's Linda's turn. She's also working on it, clean off the paint of the water line. And you use all kinds of tools, belt benders, rotaries. It's a lot of work to get this done. Executive conference. Richard's been working awfully hard. Other guys, some of them might just getting here. Better shut up. Working on and below the water line on this side. And as you can see, he works awfully hard. Water line there. Played softball last night, night before last rather. I guess he wishes he was still back playing. Platform. It isn't really that stable, but I guess it's alright. I guess it's alright. Safety-wise. Here we have Christopher rasping out a hole. Watch. We're just cleaning up all of that wood so that we have surface to work against. Conference about how to paint. Michael's now painting down to the water line. Describe the described groove all the way around that defines where the boat should set in the water. And he's just painting just above that.
Painting like Picasso. Wow.
He really cooks that thing pretty quick. Goggles on, face mask, good safety. Here they go, putting the first bit of bottom paint on. Chris is sawing some wood out to put into the bad wood area.
Everybody's getting their shit done.
Oh, come on. Richard, this shit is peeling off.
Hey, I didn't sand it, man. What do you want from me?
Nothing.
Okay, there's not much to do about it. Sorry, you know.
Says some of the old paint is peeling off. It wasn't, evidently wasn't sanded off properly. see, that's just the start. Mucho to do, a number of coats. The wood that Chris is cutting is going to be used in the bad wood areas to replace the bad wood. Mike and Cindy are hand painting water line, described water line, follow up from the Linda's roller. And Richard's down underneath. Somewhere under there. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, there he is. He's sanding the bad area surface there so that we can put the new wood in. This is Michelangelo laying on his back. Chris is installing a wood in that slot that was there that Cindy's painting below the water line. Mike is touching up after Linda went through with the roller, and Linda's over here on the roller. Still with a pretty good ways to go. Used to be a slot there, and now it's got wood in it. Hopefully it's sufficient. Linda and Mike are painting the stern, down and including the rudder. There's some places they can't paint because that's where the anode comes, the electrolysis piece that...
Are you going to send us like PBS, Dad?
No.
I'm only kidding. If you kid, I can kid.
Right there's a square that you can see with the strap below it, and that part is not supposed to be painted because that's where the plate goes, the zinc plate. And it's attached to the strap underneath it, holds the rudder. And that electrolysis that reacts against the metals in salt water won't destroy the rudder pieces, but instead it'll destroy the little zinc plate. And the same thing up on this thing here, if I can get around and see it. Yeah, right there. Right there you've got the two bolts that are coming out, and a plate goes right on there, and the two bolts hold it onto the rudder and it's metal pieces. Mike is doing the propeller plus. And Phoebe's making a mess.
Hey, Dad, do you have any cash?
Yeah, what do you need, huh? Now you can see where they're getting the top part up. But all they're doing with this primer is hitting the areas on the boat that need to be primed. There's some areas that don't. Of course, they have a shortage of primer too, so that makes it work a little different. As you can see, Michael is painting the rear of the rudder. Would say he's laying down on the job, but that wouldn't be fair. Cutting the scarf material. You can see here where they've painted from the water line down. Started trimming it. Got about that far. Make it a nice line. Work the rest of it out to make the line. But you also notice that next to that pad, there's an area where the lead paint is shining through. That's because that's where it was padded the previous time it was out, 6 years ago or whatever. And when you have the pad there, you can't paint under it. And that's what happened in that instance. And that's not going to happen this time. He's not going to be able to paint under where the pad is. They charge extra, $100 I believe, or 100 or so, to move the pads after you paint it to hull, so you can get into those areas where the pad was touching and then paint it out. But the yard's closed Saturdays and Sundays as far as doing anything like that. So he'd have to add an extra day on his stay here, which $100 besides, so it's just prohibitive. Michael's helping saw. A break. And there's Linda taking a break. Breaking a take. What's she drinking? Coca-Cola. What are you doing, Richard? You're on camera.
We're epoxying in some little bonds for old screw holes that were holding on the zinc plates.
Okay, you gonna put new screw holes for new zinc plates?
I got some brand new ones. Chris, come and have us tap these little puppies in. Here. We gotta get up to the bow there with the pressure. Back around front, Rich. Let's go finish that.